Hi gang, now I'm going to reward the business owners with a great tax tip. It won't apply to everyone, but it will apply to some of you. If you have employees in your home-based business, you'll have to pay them wages and withhold federal, state, and Social Security tax and Medicare on these employees. However, you can employ your children that are between the ages of 6 and 18, pay them wages up to $12,000 for this year because that's the standard deduction, and pay no tax at all. A lot of people don't know that. This means that if you have two children between the ages of 6 and 18, you can pay them $12,000 each in 2018 and have a $24,000 tax deduction for your business on your Schedule C. For example, if you have a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old, you may have them sweep the office, take out the trash, shred papers, answer the phone, greet your clients at the door, and a host of other tasks that they can do. You already are buying them designer clothes and video games and all that. You know you are. Now they can pay for their own items with their own wages while you get a nice tax deduction. How cool is that? You may even pay your children, let them gift it back to you, and you use the funds for a down payment on a home, investment property, or college tuition, or for advertising to grow your business and even more. Another strategy that wealthy people use is to pay the children, have the children go out and buy equipment for the business, then lease the equipment back to your company so that they can have perpetual rental income, even beyond their 18th birthday, while you get a deduction for it. Salary and rental expenses, two deductions for renting this equipment from the children. In this instance, either you or the children will have to pay taxes, but it'll be well worth it to utilize these strategies that the wealthy people use on the regular. Of course, I'm simplifying this for time's sake, and there are strict rules for this great benefit. However, first, you must actually pay the children. You can't just put it on paper. Keep timesheets, and they must actually work. This can't be just a paper transaction. You need to pay them by check, and they need to deposit it in their little bank accounts like my children used to do. Their own personal savings account like my children used to do. Next, you have to fill out the proper payroll tax returns anyway, like the quarterly 941s, and you have to give them a W-2. But what you do on those returns, and you put exempt student and zero, so they'll know. Now, this deduction this deduction is a great deduction. I used to use it all the time. So I pray that you're able to use this and keep more of what you earn in the family. I have one client that has 3 children, and he was jumping up and down when he found this out. And he's making little payroll timesheets for them and making sure he documents what they're doing. And even I tell him to take video and pictures. So if anybody comes along and asks him, well, how is it that you are paying these children? And he can show them where the law is and then show them, how to do it. When I was paying my children back in the day to work in my CPA firm, the state of Georgia called me and said, hey, you have 2 W-2s that you turned in, and there's no tax taken out. So the lady on the phone, I explained to her the whole deduction. And she, instead of getting angry, she said, can you send me that? And I sent it to her because she was interested. And when my children used to go to the bank with their little checks, the bank tellers used to just freak out. They didn't understand why these little bitty children who could hardly reach up to the teller bench had these large checks. Well, this is how to do it. Let's start rolling like the wealthy, everybody. Talk to you later.